Cantiere del Pardo ha costruito oltre 4.000 imbarcazioni.
Cantiere del Pardo has built over 4,000 Grand Soleil sailing boats. Then last year, they began with their first motored model, the Pardo 43, of which apparently over 35 specimens have already been ordered. How, you say? The team that wins does not change, and so here is the Pardo 50. Same type, same characteristics and quality, same designer, only bigger.
A bordo si prova subito un piacevole senso.
On board, you immediately feel a pleasant sense of well-being. It's like entering your home, where you have arranged things exactly as you wanted them. Here, the yard did it, but they did well, so that anyone, even those who have never owned a boat, are immediately at ease.
metri e 25 centimetri di lunghezza e quasi 5 di
16.25 metres long and almost 5 metres wide, this open walk-around, these models are called walk-arounds because they allow you to walk around the deckhouse. And with its high walls and no steps, two qualities that enhance comfort as well as safety.
È una barca perfetta.
It's a perfect boat, even for a party on board. The gunwale so wide that you can sit, and as long as the hull and the kitchen, you can request a bigger one. It can occupy the space that now is dedicated to the corridor. The T-top covers the wheelhouse, the kitchen, and with its awning it also shades the dining area. The aft deck can be submersible, very comfortable, but consider the weight gain with this option. Table is extendable and in this way doubles its surface. The internal compartments are surrounded by bulkheads made in a sandwich, that is, by imposing a layer of high-density PVC between two laminates of fiberglass. The purpose of this is to avoid weighing down the boat and also to isolate the compartment from noise and external temperature. This version offers a large open space, but the bow cabin and its bathroom can be separated by a bulkhead. Even the second cabin has its own bathroom. The choice of woods and their processing are the result of over 40 years of experience, materials and colours. In any case, you can vary. You can add the sailor's cabin. In reality, the boat is easily piloted, but a professional can help you manage it.
I pod drive sono a poppa.
The pod drives are aft, and a long universal joint connects them to the engines. In this way, they have been able to create a garage for tenders up to 290 centimetres. But this is not only the advantage. With the heaviest mass, that of the engines, at the boat's centre of gravity, even the navigation has improved.
L'esperienza ci insegna che uno scafo non deve essere solo affascinante.
Experience teaches us that a hull should not only be fascinating, but must give you the desire to go on board and sail. It must make you think, I cannot wait to be here on the sea with my boat.
Devono aver immaginato proprio questo.
They must have imagined this when they planned it, and now I'll explain why I think so.
Avete visto la prua? È affilata. Pensate che addirittura il didra.
Have you seen the bow? It's sharp. Just think that even the dead rise, i.e. the angle that forms from hull with the surface of the water there in front, is 50 degrees, really a deep V. It is not afraid to surf on the waves. The stem though, have you seen it? It is overturned. That is, it is not inclined towards the water, but towards the sky on the horizon. And therefore, in order not to let the water rise on the deck, they have created two large edges off the sides of the bow.
La velocità di planata?
The planing speed is very low. We are at 11 knots.
C'è il joystick di manovra della Volvo Penta. Infatti, il sistema di propulsione.
There's a Volvo Penta joystick for manoeuvring. In fact, the propulsion system is the IPS 800 model. For this type of installation, they use the 600 horsepower Volvo Penta D8 engine. But we know that the Swedish manufacturer calls it 800 because according to them it has a thrust equivalent of that of an 800 horsepower engine applied to a traditional shaft line.
Questa è la motorizzazione più alta, in realtà se volete...
This is the highest engine. In fact, if you want, there is also the calibration to 550 horses, always the D8, or there is the 436 horsepower D6 engine that has the advantage of weighing 500 kilos less, and, as there are two engines, the total weight of the propulsion equipment is 1,000 kilos lower than what we have on board.
Mi sono portato a 2000 giri minuto, la velocità è salita a 20 nodi e il consumo adesso è di 5...
I've taken them to 2000 RPM, the speed increased to 20 knots, and the consumption is now 5 litres for every mile of navigation. I find it incredible to see this sea, these waves, so steep with some frothy crests, and to feel the boat so stable. It has the same accent that it had while in displacement, the same as it has while planing. It is incredible how it manages to maintain a constant line of running without slamming.
Probabilmente questo si verifica perché...
This is probably because they made sure that the centre of gravity and the metacenter were very close.
Mi spiego meglio. Il baricentro è il punto in cui si concentrano tutte le...
Let me explain it better. The centre of gravity is the point where all the weight forces, the static ones of the boat, are concentrated, where we have seen the engines are also laid. The metacenter is the centre of water pressure, or where the water pushes the hull to make it plane. Well, if these 2 points are very close, and if the metacenter does not move, does not change with the change of speed of the hull, the result is a minimum pitch, even in rough seas.
Abbiamo le onde di scirocco e il vento...
We have the waves coming from southeast and the north wind. There is a complicated crossroads of waves, and yet there are no splashes on the deck.
Stiamo navigando a...
We are sailing at 25 knots, engines at 2,350 RPM. Consumption has just risen, 5.5 litres per mile.
Lo so, il Cantiere del Pardo ci ha abituato alle barche...
I know Cantiere del Pardo has made us accustomed to sailing boats, but it seems that with this Pardo 50, they also want to win over speed lovers, like me and maybe even like many of you, and then full speed.
Togliamo anche gli interceptor, deve trovare da sola il suo assetto. 2950.
We also remove interceptors. It should find its own setting. 2,950, 2,960 RPM. We are at 34 knots, 34 and a half, 7 litres per mile.
Con questo Pardo 50, il Cantiere del Pardo...
With this Pardo 50, Cantiere del Pardo managed to give us pleasure, the pleasure of sailing, as well as the pleasure of flying over the sea.